Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a crypto day trading tutorial video. I'm going to be using the Cradle2Grave trading bundle. Cradle giving you the XPRAD algo, the signals, the high probability signals, and then the Cradle part of it is the manager, if you like. It's called the manager to maximize those profits. So I'm going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Some day trades that have recently happened, and it's easy to get in a trade, but managing these trades is critical. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to put the manager on conservative for now, okay, and then we're going to discuss those settings. So what we need to do first is, when we get these 5 and 6 star buys, now this is a TradingView version of the Cradle2Grave bundle. What happens with this, you can actually set alerts up. So if it alerts you a 5 star and then a 6 star comes, it'll give you an alert saying there's a 6 star buy on BTCUSDT, and you really should be looking to get in. Entry for these really simple. 5 star, you've got to look at just left of the previous pivot. If you don't take the 5 star, when the 6 star comes in, you're going to go 1 cent above there. That is your entry. When it breaks that little resistance zone there, very simple entry strategy. Just 6 star, look left at that previous pivot. That's the 6 star signal candle here. That's just pointed with this arrow. So this is the 6 star signal candle here. Okay, now we want to be 1 cent above that, and that's our entry. Then it's down to the manager, so we'll go through the manager and what it is. So this is the most important part. The signals, yes, you need some high probability signals, and the XPRAD algo gives you those, but maximizing the profits is really critical here, and not panicking. So in this sort of trade, you would look at this previous pivot and round about there as your stop loss. Okay, so you're prepared to take a loss at that point. That's your stop loss. What you don't want to do is, when you get tiptoed into a trade like this and it starts to go sideways and pull back, is panic. Okay, what the manager tells you is, let's talk about the dots first. The dots on the top of the candles, these are higher than average volume. So this cyan dot means that that candle was higher than average volume. The dots below are lower than average volume. Then when we talk about the color of the candles, there's 4 colors. There's 2 up candles. There's the green up candles, which are higher volume than the previous candles, so they're what's called accumulation candles, so there's more buyers in the market. There are grey candles, so they're up candles, but slightly less volume than the previous candle there. And let's just look at this and just discuss what that means. So we can see here, we get a big green candle, higher than average volume. We get another green candle, higher than average volume, which means this, and then this has more volume than the previous candle. Now the next candle is an up candle. It has higher than average volume, but it's coloured in grey because it has slightly less volume than this green one. And as you can see, we're starting to get higher highs, higher lows. What we call slightly higher highs, slightly higher lows. It's running out of juice. And you can see this last grey candle is average volume. There's no dot above or below. Then we get a lower than average volume as we go sideways, and then we push again. The red candles are the distribution candles. There's more sellers than buyers in the market. The cyan candles with the red border are down candles but have less volume than the previous candle. So when we have this initial move up, we pull back, but we're pulling back on lower than average volume. So even though we're getting a distribution candle here, so this candle where my cursor is, I'm going to move the arrow here, this candle here, it has more volume than that previous candle, but look how it rejects those lows. So you've got a 618 retracement on that candle. So all this time the manager's saying stay in. You got higher volume than the previous candle, but no dot above or below, so it's average volume. Then as this pullback continues, lower than average volume. Don't panic. And then it goes again, and we really ride a big wave up here. So those that panicked here missed out on the huge move. And again, let's have a look at another pullback. At this point here, we had a really great move up, and then we're getting lower than average volume. And we're not getting consecutive red candles with higher than average volume. We get one here, and then we get a cyan candle. Then we get another one, we call one candle wonders. And then we're lower than average volume all the way. And then another big move up here to this sort of level, to $63,800. Then at this point here, you can see the cloud is turning red. So we've got two options. We've got an aggressive entry when we get two consecutive candles that are higher than average volume. That's when we take the profit, when that candle closes right here, okay, at this point here. It does go sideways for a while and it comes back up again, but the cloud turns red at this point. So this is a buyer's cloud. It's set on conservative at the moment. If I now change this to day trading moderate, for example, you'll see the cloud closes up here. Now normally you would look, if you had a real big, what we call parabolic move here, you could even set that to either moderate, or you could in fact take it to aggressive. So when we have this big move up, we don't want to give much away. So that's when the cloud this time here turns red, but the cloud is in advance by 4 candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we would take our profit there. Okay. So this is a big move. When we go back and look at this trade on BTC, that's how to play it properly, and that's a 4.4% move. That's a big move for day trading Bitcoin. So now we're going to go and have a look at Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum actually has just taken out there. So we're just going to put the manager back on moderate. That's the default setting. Okay. Again, Ethereum, we have a 5 and a 6 star buy here on the XPRAT, but we've got a previous pivot at this point here, so we're not going to go long until we breach this pivot. But hey, guess what? We get another 6 star buy here, so that's our entry at this point here. There's been lots of opportunity on Ethereum just recently. I'm just going to go through one. So that is our entry. Okay. Now look, the first pullback, lower than average volume. Even though we get distribution candles, we get a red, then a cyan, then a red, then a cyan, then a red. So it's not really gathering any momentum. And then we push up again. At this point here, we are the cloud is just turning red, so we'd be taking our profit right now. Okay. There was an opportunity to take when you got higher than average volume here, but it was one candle wonder. You just don't know. Solano next, really great trade just out here, and I'm going to talk about these exits on Solano. Again, when you look at Solano, some pivots here you want to get past first. Okay, we get a 5 star buy here and a 6 star buy here. You take the 5 star through the pivot, that's your entry. We then look at this move, look at these little pullbacks with lower than average volume. Don't panic. Another pullback here, lower than average volume, comes back up again. Lower than average volume, it's really running out of juice here. Higher than average volume, higher than average volume, get out. Now we should be going short. We've got a 6 star sell. Okay, so again, Cradle2Grave is about maximizing your profits with the manager. That's the grave part, is not panicking too much and taking as much profit as you can sensibly and consistently. And then getting those consistent high probability trading signals, especially when day trading crypto. This is where the XPRAT algo comes in. We've got 3, 4, 5 and 6 star buys and sells. Those all can be set up on alerts. but the main thing is they give you high probability trades. For example, the 6-star buy has to have 12 points of control all aligned to give you that signal. A 5-star has 11 out of 12 points of control all aligned to give you that signal. Really, really strong. So right now we should be looking for that short on Solana. So 3 different examples there: Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana. With the manager, when we get those parabolic moves, we can adjust it to be more aggressive to with that management, with that bias cloud, if you like. But we're also looking at those higher than average volume and lower than average volume. So when we're in a short or a long, when we're pulling back against the trend of the trade, if it's lower than average volume, we don't panic. We sit back. We wait for 2 candles that have higher than average volume, or indeed the candle, the cloud turns red. So in this case, for example, if we turn this to aggressive, because we've had a parabolic move right here, this is almost straight up, okay, that's when the cloud turns red here. So you've got to recognize yourself, well, this is a parabolic move, this is very, very steep, huge move, we want to maximize profits. When if you look at the cloud, it's 4 candles in advance, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we would take the profit there, okay, on that candle for Solana. Hopefully this helps. Cradle2Grave, getting those signals, maximize the profits with the manager. It's a great trading bundle for TradingView and many other trading platforms to help those crypto traders that day trade crypto.